We'll give everybody, I guess, a chance to get in, but I don't know how long you want to wait before we spin the first one. I had this all set up, ready to go too, so we'll see a little intoxicated how this goes.
Yeah, we're getting lit over here with our Dr. Pepper.
Alrighty, can you guys hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes, there we go.
Yep.
I apologize.
We are live, by the way.
All right, so we got Fins in here.
Big preparation over here.
I got my. Well, you can't even see my list; it's invisible. Whoa.
Yeah, your list is. Oh, you're invisible now.
All right, I see we got Fins, we got Dump, we've got Dan, we got Meats, we got Bean, QP. Gouda's in the chat. I say we let's go ahead and spin this first one. So
they say everybody's quiet, but you bomber, just so you know.
oh, everybody's quiet? Okay. Yeah.
Besides you.
I'm gonna turn it up. What is that? Okay. You guys should be a little louder now.
All right.
Looks like,
Can you guys hear us?
What up, what up, what up?
Tiny says Q isn't here, but I definitely see him in the chat. QB's here. Fins is there. All right. This may be a little loud then, but I'm going to read the names. Then we'll go through the first, what is this, 5 giveaways? First of 5? And then a 6th one for everybody in chat. So everybody that's on the list is ones that voted in the polls. And I've got 26 on the list. Is that right, DW?
26.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
26.
We actually had 29, honestly. We had 29, but 3 of us eliminated.
That's true. So 29 out of 32 voted on every single poll.
That's impressive stuff.
Biz Colt, Coop, Dan, D-Muse, Doink, Double Rice, No Bean, Dump, Faz, Field, Fins, Gouda, KJ, Clink, Matt, Meets, Mike, Noel, NYT, Prime. Oh, they all moved. NYT, Prime, QB, QP, Spooky, Tiny, Two Step, and Woods.
Oh, rip Spooky.
Or Spooky. Not even going to know who wins. But so we're going to... DW, you want to do the $100 one last? Or do you want to do it first? I guess since everybody's on it, we'll do it first.
Yeah, we have to do that one first.
Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let's spin the $100 giveaway. I'm the only one that can see it. I don't think you guys can even see this.
Yeah, we got nothing.
You can say it's whoever you want, I believe.
I got your screen pulled up. I'm nervous.
So here it goes, $100. It's slowing down. Slowing down.
I'd be fired up if I could see something like that.
Prime, Matt, D-Muse, KJ. And it stops on KJ. KJ, $100.
Wow, KJ.
My man.
So the first one, $100, KJ wins it. Second giveaway, $50. We'll remove KJ. And we're spinning again. Here it goes, $50 this time.
Smooth said on the $100 one, there's only one off.
Big shock there.
All right, it's slowing down. We've got QP, NYT, Two Step, Fins, Prime, Dump. And it stops on Dump. $50. Dump.
Oh, spooky, so close.
So we're going to take Dump out of this one.
Dump.
And what do we got? 3 more?
Speaking of unclutch.
Yeah. So here we go with the third giveaway.
We need to find a way to get that for the soundbite. Just about every show.
One says the music is epic.
He does like the music. All right, it's slowing down.
Is this still like the same like death metal breakdown?
Yeah. Dan, NYT, Woods. And it stops on Woods.
No way. No.
Wood spoke that one into existence.
Wow, that old geezer.
All right, so we'll take Woods off now. That's what, 3 giveaways we've done. So we've got
Yeah, we got one more.
You're flying through
one
'em.
more.
Rigged. Rigged.
If I compliment the music, will it land on me?
Yeah, you're right. All right, one more. Here we go. Last one before the viewer giveaway. Slowing down. Noel, Mike, Tiny, Spooky, Colt, Matt, and it's Matt wins the last one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that
Prime's
was the
lit.
last one. So this next one's going to be DW's viewer giveaway. And we're gonna
Yes, and
clear
all the
participants.
winners, I will be getting a hold of you shortly after we're done recording all this, and I'll send you guys all your gift cards and stuff.
So for this one, you have to put exclamation point. Oh, I didn't know I saved it. SML.
Oh, hey, Spooky's in here.
I respect Spooky.
So exclamation
Respect
point
Spooky.
SML in chat, and it should automatically add you.
I feel bad for Spooky.
If you don't see your name pop up, go ahead and type it again. I think
Pain.
Finn's yours. Finn's, I know you typed it, but you may have to type it again. I think you were a little too quick.
Oh,
Hold on.
jeez.
Oh, I better. Too Short Gilbert. Primer blood.
Oh, we got a primer guy in here. Okay.
Actually, 2 because Spooky's in here.
That's
What the
right.
heck is this? Oh, there it is. I'm in there. I'm in there. Oh! Oh! Pain.
All right. Exclamation point SML. We have already, in like less than 30 seconds, got 21 people in here already. So I'll give it another 30 seconds. As soon as it hits 8:55, whether that's 30 seconds or not, we're going to spin it and see who wins the $50 viewer giveaway.
Yeah, Finney, you're in there. I see
Yeah,
your name.
Finn's is in there now.
I'm nervous. Polly says WTF. There's no way how he's going to figure out how to add
No shot.
himself.
Exclamation
Absolutely no
point SML.
He says ads.
Just
he
type
says ads.
exclamation point.
I just want to like punch my laptop screen right now.
Monty says to remove him. I don't know why I would. You just didn't have to. Oh, I removed somebody else.
Someone tell Polly what to do, as if we haven't done that 6 times already.
He's always confused.
Yeah.
Type exclamation
What I
point
do, what
SML.
I do.
That's all you got to do.
Polly, exclamation point SML. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It literally says it on the screen.
It's the exclamation point's the one that's above the 1.
This right here. See this right here? Type this right here. Exclamation point SML. Jesus.
You have to
Paul.
hold the shift button to get the
He did.
exclamation
He did
point to work.
SML exclamation point. He's got to be. He's got to be playing. There's no way.
This guy teaches your children, guys.
Uh,
Anytime you have a
Polly's-
complaint about this generation, now you know why. That's the teacher.
he says STFU giraffe. He's taking shots at Faz now.
Yeah.
He's angry.
Hey, man.
All right, so we're
fine.
spinning it. And here we go.
Outside Tampa, baby.
All right, $50 giveaway. If it lands on your name, you've got about 45 seconds
Oh,
to type.
Polly was late. That's hilarious.
Dude, he still didn't even do it right. There's exclamation point
Yeah,
after.
don't-
There's 2 exclamation points.
Look at this. He's done everything but the right one. This is like trying to take an extra.
I wanna
Spooky,
say-
Mike FML. I got the knee.
All right,
Dump with another win.
wow.
No, son of a gun.
All right, boot him.
Yep, so Dump ends up winning it. And let's see, that's gonna do it for our giveaways.
Meats put down. I just got cucked so hard. It's so
Yeah.
But next up is gonna be the SML End of Cycle Award Show.
Yes, awards get lit.
Hold on, Bomber. Did he claim that?
Oh wait, he's at.
Oh
I
God.
already closed it. So
Oh, okay.
please
Dump
in
one.
chat. There he is.
He said,
typed
"Let's
it.
go." He typed it.
Yeah,
That's
that works.
All right. So that was our giveaways. Congratulations to all the winners, and obviously big thanks to DW for putting that together.
Yeah, that was cool.
But
Yes.
so the other reason we're here tonight is for the End of Cycle Awards Show. And I've got DW here, Prime, Faz, and myself.
Yeah.
And DW, you're going to be our, I guess, our master of ceremonies. You can announce our winners. And where do you want to start?
We are going to start with the first award, which was Most Improved SML Player. And that was voted on. Keep in mind, everybody in chat, well, not everybody in chat here, but everybody in SML voted on these about 3 weeks ago when I was drilling you every single day with voting on polls. They actually counted for something. That's what we're going to announce. So, anyways, the winner of the Most Improved SML Player from this past cycle was Fins.
Wow.
Fins. Okay.
Oh, nobody can see me. I'm sitting over here clapping.
Yeah, nobody can see you.
Doesn't matter.
I can see
crying.
you, so if you want to clap, I'll let them know. Everybody fast clapped for Fins.
Fins.
My boy Finny.
So what do you guys think? Did the league get it right?
Yeah.
Fins is it? No, I'm kidding.
I'm trying to think back to last cycle, but he definitely improved throughout the cycle. I'm happy to see Fins because, especially at the beginning of this cycle, he was trash. No, he's a formidable player now.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, Fins is real solid. He's really coming along. You could tell he was starting to figure out both defense and offense. Honorable mention, and Prime's going to respect this. I thought Matt was incredibly improved this cycle as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought.
And actually,
sorry,
go ahead.
Really
I was talking over you.
I was going to say I would have probably picked Matt, especially if we're starting at the beginning of the cycle to the end. I mean, he was pretty much fighting for the playoffs every season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Doink actually finished with second in voting. He was about 6 votes behind Fins.
I always took this category as one from one cycle to the next, so Fins or Doink would have been out for me.
Alrighty.
I respect Matt, by the way.
We know.
It's cool. I didn't know that actually. I'm glad.
Yeah, just wanted to share that.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knew that.
No, that's new information for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's moving on then. DW, what's the next category?
Next award is the most regressed player.
Now it gets fun.
I have a feeling Bomber is going to really like all of the negative ones in this particular state of his.
I don't know. What might give that away?
So, most regressed I cannot talk. SML player, I'm going to do that more than once. Coming in first place with 18 votes, representing more than half the votes in the whole entire league.
Oof.
Dump.
Most regressed. Absolutely. I mean, he was so bad, he even stopped talking at one point. It was bad. He went from talking about the Super Bowl. I don't know how many people remember, but obviously because I was in Super Bowl, the first one this season, I remember quite a bit about it. And Prime had us make little videos or record ourselves talking about, what it meant to be in the Super Bowl. And
oh yeah, I forgot about
Dump
that.
was so damn cocky in his, talking about it didn't matter. He was going to be there so many times. I don't know if he made the playoffs 3 times in the rest of the cycle. So that has to be the most regressed.
I don't know.
He's so nice. Come on, Prime.
He almost made the Super Bowl right at the end of this cycle. It was weird.
I was gonna say, did his last, like, if we voted on these after the last season, do you think he still would have won it?
Probably not. I think
because like he honestly did have like a very good last season. Like he gave me a heck of a game in the playoffs.
He did.
Yeah, his last season was good. But
in the middle it was pretty
I actually had, from the end of last cycle to the end of this cycle, I had already pinned down, and I know he had personal reasons and good reasons for it, but he certainly was not the player that he was. But I can see why Dump won this one.
Yeah, I mean, last cycle, Dump was in the NFC consistently. You expected him in the playoffs and to make a deep run. Whether or not he did or he pulled a dump and lost early, he was always expected to be there at the end. And this cycle, I never even looked at the Eagles thinking that they were going to be a playoff team. So it didn't. I think it was a huge fall for him.
Mm-hmm.
And honorable mention, Paulie finished second in voting there.
Wow.
That's pretty reasonable. Honestly, majority of the NFC East, because I was going to throw out a vote to Grams, who has just been on kind of a consistent
you remember
nosedive trajectory.
He started, I think it was like the first or second season, talking about he'd never finished with a losing record, and he had his first, and they may have all been since then. It's been downhill for sure.
Not pretty.
All right, so next topic.
Next topic, we have the SML's best passing offense of the entire cycle.
I mean, we can just...
And it was
Coming
Mike
in first
FML.
place. Right. Yes, it was Mike. No. Coming in first place, it was Faz with 16 votes, and he actually got 2/3 of the league's voting on that one.
A passing king, baby.
Yeah, I stand by my statement. Faz is the top 7 passer in the SML. He very good passer. He can throw it to receivers, tight end, running backs as receivers. He does it all. He obviously in the Super Bowl made a few great throws to kind of put the game on ice. Definitely the cycle Faz was the best passer.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was necessarily close.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't even write down a second place on this one.
There you go. So it wasn't even close. All right, so let's get to the fun one then.
I'm just over here patting myself on the back. What can I say?
Just to let you know, this is going to follow the same pattern. We're going to give you the best first, then we're going to give you the worst right after that. So
Nice.
Here we go. SML's worst passing offense.
Oh, no.
Oh, and I love this guy, but
There's a lot of options.
Poor Coop got voted first.
No.
15 votes. He got 75% of the league voted for him.
Wow.
So I don't know if I agree with this one, but it's tough to argue it at the same time because he did have the best quarterback in the game.
Yeah.
So I can understand that one. Coop was pretty bad.
Sometimes having those really good quarterbacks makes you do really dumb things too.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
Mike could have been on here, but he's tried to take bad quarterbacks and make them into something, and that's just backfired. But Coop did have the best one, so I'll allow this one.
Yeah, I think from a pure volume standpoint, Coop might not have like the same amount of like Stevie Wonder throws that everybody else has, but the fact that he's doing it with Mahomes does not help his cause at all.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, DW.
Next up, we have the best rushing offense of the cycle.
Wow.
And coming in first place with 13 votes, he got over about 2/3 of the votes of the entire league, was Dan and his Falcons.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's even much conversation for this one. This was an easy one.
And once again, I don't even have a second place because he absolutely ran away with that one.
He can run the ball well.
Ran away with it. Nice.
Hey, like that?
Yeah, that was good.
I think he was a much better rusher the first half of the cycle.
I agree.
Yeah.
Towards the second half, I don't think he was much good of anything on offense.
I don't think he was good.
And maybe it was because he was only a runner. I think
he sucks.
Maybe teams keyed in on that, but definitely, obviously the league thought best rusher.
Maybe the kids in the Dominican were playing for him or something because I just didn't see it. Call me crazy.
Well, it always gets easier towards the end of the cycle because you've had time to build up your defensive line. And then you also took away the threat of any kind of passing attack. You could just bring everybody to the line. You didn't have to worry. So he was basically playing with 9 guys on the field because you could subtract the 2 receivers.
Well, he did bring out he did add a tight end in Kittle, so
yeah,
which that backfired
horribly.
All right, DW, my favorite one.
Yes, on to the worst. The worst rushing offense, and I'm going to get banned from Primer for this, but Mike was voted the worst in the league.
Oh,
he got 8 total votes. He only got 38% of the league, but you know what? 38% wins it in this one.
I actually agree with this. And I think halfway through this blip cycle, I had messaged Mike or put it in chat. Like he just doesn't stick with the run all too well. And he's trying to develop his quarterbacks, Trevor and whoever else it was. And he's not consistent with his run game, and he's not good at it when he does it.
Yeah, I think for me, the reason it would be Mike, if you think of Mike's team, he had the Dolphins. Now, obviously, they didn't start with a good running back or anything, but the only guy I can even think of running the ball for the Dolphins was his quarterback.
Yeah.
I can't even think of who his running backs were.
No, I can't either.
The quarterback is the first one that comes to mind when I see the Dolphins running the ball. So
yeah, it's so easy to develop running backs that if you can't think of the person that a team had, they probably had a really tough go of things.
Yeah.
And then just to touch on that, second place for the worst, TTS. Third place was Spooky.
Wow.
Spooky makes sense, but that's because I think he ran even less than me.
Yeah, and I mean, you're naming guys that don't win a ton of games, so they're not going to be heavy runners.
Yeah. True.
Very good point.
If you want to be better next year, run the ball, guys.
Yeah. You're gonna
don't do it. Running's for cowards.
All right,
until the playoffs, though, right?
Yeah, until the playoffs. Then you might need to, but until then, running's for cowards.
All right, next one up, SML's best overall defense. And this one, this guy ran away with it. Coming in first place, 12 votes, representing 67% of the votes of the league. My boy Prime.
Oh!
All right, what do you guys think
Thank
about
you.
this one? Besides Prime.
I mean, pretty much expected. Let's be honest. Everybody always knows when you're playing against Prime, you're gonna have to, figure out a way to beat his defense. I think he honestly locked this one up even pre-blip when he took, after one season, he turned the Chiefs defense into something formidable, like pretty much immediately. The guy just figures it out. He knows how to build defenses. He gets it done quick, and then he makes your life hell for a little while after.
Yeah, I think that Chiefs defense, the way it was playing season 2, was probably the best his defense played all cycle.
Yep.
I don't know if that Colts defense, even with the acrobats, was ever as good as that Chiefs one seemed to play.
No, that was insane. He had me watching back his streams because I was like, what is this dude doing that's so different from everybody else?
The funny thing is, I don't know what I'm doing, and I just so that's the crazy
Well, that's
part.
the sad part. That's what I figured out, because then I watched the stream, like, he's not doing anything different than anything. I don't get it. But somehow he figured it out. He had that scrub cornerback. What was it? I think his last name started with an F.
I had
Felton?
Sneed. Felton.
It wasn't Felton.
Yeah.
You had Felton playing like a demigod. He was
Yeah.
like normal dev, like mediocre speed. I was like, I don't understand. When you were wiping my cheeks in the playoffs, I just put the controller down. I was like, dude, I can't beat Felton. I don't know what's going on.
I remember talking to you, I think, before the game, and I'm like, I just hope I don't look as bad as you did. And then I went out and did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
Hey, honorable mention there.
I respect him.
Matt, you finished second in votes there in defense.
I will say,
Give
for the
him
games
first.
I played against Matt and Prime, now it's probably because last season or last cycle I played Prime 35 times, I think, in 8 seasons, but I thought Matt had a tougher defense to score on. But
Matt's got a really good defense.
yeah, it was
Matt
actually
has
really
a sneaky good user. I don't think many people talk about it, but he's easily in the conversation for me as best user in the league.
yeah.
He makes me think. I like people who make me think, and he
100%.
really he makes me think.
All right, so DW, you know what time
Oh.
it is.
We have the best now. Let's bring on the
That's
worst.
right.
The worst
A lot of
defense.
options for this.
This guy blew the field. He took almost all the votes, and that would be your boy Monty.
I'm going to say I disagree with this one. There's definitely people I would rather play trying to score
Me too.
against than Monty.
He started to figure it out towards like the last 2
Yeah,
seasons.
he did.
Yeah.
His first however many seasons were so dreadful that I think it was hard for people to forget about it.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is one of those where, people talk about in the SML, narratives never die.
Yeah.
Monty could put up 16 straight shutouts and it'd still be the worst defense in the SML
Yeah.
after the first 5 seasons he had.
Yeah,
I mean, 5 seasons was like a huge sample size.
That's true.
But he definitely turned it around.
He improved.
For sure.
He
Yep,
improved.
no doubt.
All right, next category.
Next up, we have best thumbs. These are offensive stick skills, best
What
in the
up?
league. Representing 80% of the votes, first place. Not even a second place guy here to mention. That's Faz.
Wow.
Wow. Glitchy thumbs are back. Although I think Q is right there with me. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
Well-
he was probably close. I'm trying to think. I actually, if I would have had to pick someone else, it could be Bean. What he
Bean's
does with
good.
that left stick instead of
yep.
using the juke and the spin and all the whatever you want to call it, button press moves or whatever, he just kind of wiggles that stick. I think he's pretty good with it.
Ooh. Call me
Super
crazy.
cheap. I know who you ask.
I think that Dump has a good offensive stick skills as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was really late because we played, but after our game, Tiny was in chat and he was like, "What was the over under on juke moves attempted in that game?" And I think he set the line at like 55.
Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely over then.
It was definitely over for sure.
Yeah, I would throw Bean in there.
Bean's good. I
He's
respect
different than the rest. You and QP are pretty much the same with the jukes and the spins and the little stop and go. Bean does
All right, I'll take
that
offense to
whole
that.
left stick wiggle, whatever.
Mhm.
I taught Bean the left stick wiggle. Get out of here.
No,
Also,
he exceeded you, Grasshopper, because
He might have, but I taught it to him, so that's fine.
yeah, he definitely is the first one I think of with that. But on the other side of the spectrum, what do we got, DW?
The worst thumbs in the league, the worst offensive stick skills. And honestly, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, but Colt and his Denver Broncos, he got about half the league's votes here. Nobody was even close in second. Colt. Colt has the worst
Yeah.
thumbs, and really,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
agree.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Did I vote for him? Can you check that?
If I voted for him, then I disagree with myself.
Who would you vote for?
Yeah,
That's
the thing. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm not sure that I remember who I voted for, but I feel like I didn't vote for Colt.
You know what? I'll put this out here. I'll say Woods. The guy.
Ooh, I don't know. Woods is a little shifty.
Hold on. The guy always is pushing L2 and putting the wrong. I watched him lateral it 6 times before. Like that's.
I mean,
don't
but
know.
Paulie tried to spin with a running back that wasn't even on the field. So
That's true too.
That's
true.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's anybody with awful stick skills. But you got to be worse.
Thanks are pretty bad, actually. Have you
I
ever
think
seen
a lot
him
of
run?
people agreed it was Colt, so maybe they're
It's
seeing
Colt?
something I'm not. But,
Interesting.
All right, Colt. Sorry,
Maybe.
dude,
Wait, do Dan's fat fingers count for this, or is that a separate category?
that was last
Thanks.
cycle, though.
That was last cycle.
He did it quite a bit this
He has
one,
had a
too.
couple run commits this year. But
Yeah, he run committed a couple times against me where DJ Moore was just running down the field.
Accidental, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, so now we'll get to one of the boring ones. Best user.
Best defensive user is up next, and actually this one was close as hell. We have 3 guys here, but there's one guy that stands on top of the 3, and that's Clink with his Lions.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
beat. Sorry, let me throw this in here real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. But he beat out Prime and QP, so Clink brought in about a third of the votes with 8. Prime and QP both tied with 6, so you were almost there, Prime, for this one as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Clink's games, so I can't speak to this. But one guy who should be mentioned, honestly, is Double Rice No Bean. This guy, his run defense user, how he uses the linebacker and comes in and stops. He pisses me off with how good he is. I don't know. I know he knows my plays and it's in division, but he's got a really good run defense user.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I would
we
want
have a couple.
Clink, just even just based off of other leagues playing with Clink, the number of interceptions he gets far outnumbers some of the other guys. One play that stood out in my mind was when he picked off Paulie with a user on an RPO. That kind of set him apart for me.
He did that a lot, didn't he?
I
Clink?
think he's done it a couple times.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be amazing anticipation knowing that Paulie's going to run an RPO and picking it off for sure.
But to actually
Who could have
get
ever
the
seen
pick,
it coming?
I'm just kidding.
All right, next topic.
Well, hey, that leads us perfectly into this next topic, cheesiest offense.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
So this guy, he ran away with this one. I don't even have a second place written down because it wasn't even close. But your boy Paulie, he is voted the cheesiest offense this past cycle.
I don't know if that's he runs RPOs, but and I think this was debated in chat. I guess it depends on how you define cheese. If you think somebody running RPOs is cheesy, then you think it's cheesy. But I think there's different levels to different things. It just kind of depends on what your definition of quote unquote cheese is.
Yeah, I agree. I know I voted based off of the evals. I figured that was the easiest way to do it. But I don't know. I didn't feel like I played anybody too cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get my soapbox out for this one because I think the SML has a very incorrect view sometimes of what cheesy and not cheesy is. Repetition is not necessarily cheesy. So Paulie has a very repetitive style. Like he's just going to run the same stuff over and over again. But I don't think what he runs is inherently cheesy. Cheesy, I look at stuff that like breaks the AI, that distorts everything and makes things weird, stuff that you can't account for. Yeah. And for that, unfortunately, as much as I love him, let's just say there's a reason he's in Primer, and I think this one should have easily gone to Spooky.
Okay.
Moving on.
Right. Moving on.
Well, we're not going to move far. Go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, we're not going to move far.
No, we're going to stay in the same hole. Cheesiest defense. This guy, once again, received 95% of the league's votes on this one. Was not even close. Was not even close, and that would be your boy Paulie. Cheesiest offense and defense of this past cycle.
Cheesiest offense, not deserved. Cheesiest defense, yeah, kind of deserved.
See, but now,
now
I think
it's bizarre
the
because
defense, you're giving it to him based off of what you said is not cheese, and that's repetition. Because he does do the same thing over and over again.
Yes, but I think this one is actually a little cheesy because it's only ever the 3-4, and it's always the baseline, which are two things that kind of shouldn't work as well as they do most of the time. So I think that's the issue. When you can come out with 5 wide against 3-4 and he baselines it and it lines up perfectly, there's kind of an issue there. Noel is also a pretty bad offender of this.
I have seen Noel do the same. I think he got his defense from Pauly.
Wow.
All right.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, next up, back to some easy ones here. Best scheduler. That would be your boy Bomber.
I think
he
this
received
could've gone to
30.
Probably 10, 15 other guys just as well.
So I've got a top 3 here too. I didn't mean to talk over you. I've got a top 3 here. Number 1 was Bomber. Number 2 was Prime, and number 3 was Mike. And those guys were the main 3 who received the most votes out of the 10 that were posted on there.
Yeah, I think he could definitely go one of any of at least 15 guys.
Bomber's great at scheduling. Matt's great. There's a whole slew of guys. Great. Bomber, very well deserving. Always posts in the chat, puts it in the game times. I mean, if you're looking for a way how to schedule your games, and let me go on my soapbox for a second. There's still people who, I know the video gets mocked occasionally, but if you're looking for a way of how to schedule, and if you want to eat a slice of humble pie and maybe just swallow your pride, I would implore for you to DM Bomber and be like, hey, can you send me a screenshot of how you schedule your games, and then just see how he does it, in a real world application, and I think you can learn something from it.
Yeah, to me it's easy, but I also have a fairly flexible schedule, so
yeah,
I know that probably helps out a lot.
It helps. It helps.
All right, DW, next category.
Well, with the best, we then bring the worst. The worst schedule, he's not here anymore, but we all know who that is. I don't even have to name it.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yes. But coming in second, we can talk about this guy, Pauly, and coming in third was Dunk.
See, I will say, so I've scheduled both of them, and I don't think they're tough to schedule with at all. But what I've seen in just watching the scheduling thread and stuff, because I try to update when the games are, Pauly, and Dump, both of them really don't use that scheduling thread very often. So you never know when their game is. And then sometimes they have a tendency to not show up. And I think scheduling the game, there's parts to it. One's communicating when the game is, and then actually showing up for the game. You got to get all 3 parts. And I guess those two have had issues with some people. But to me, it was Future, and then there was nobody really.
Yeah,
else.
it was Future. It was Future.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Can you play now is probably
You
not
up,
the way
fam?
to schedule, especially when I tell you I'm good till about 11 p.m. and it's 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many booty calls from Future.
Yeah, it was Future and then everybody else.
Nice guy though, great guy.
Great
Really.
guy.
Yeah, I played him
guy.
quite a bit, which was weird because in between cycles we'd play, testing out teams, and then as soon as the cycle started, his schedule just didn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, he could play constantly when the cycle wasn't on.
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
Best team builder, another fun one. Coming in first place with about 41% of the league's votes was Prime, and then followed by a close second with Bomber, and then a third place. He's still got honorable mention here was D-Muse.
D-Muse.
D-Muse, interesting.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I guess humbled to get the award. I think Bomber is very. Me and Bomber have similar building styles. I think that he was able to take the Browns and a team that had a lot of assets and make them really, really good. And I took a team without a lot of assets and made them good. So I think between him and I mean, it was coin flip and yeah.
Yeah, I think they got it right with the votes. I think you did a lot, or maybe not a lot more, but similar with less to start with.
Well, Prime's definitely the best blackmailer.
Yeah, that's something. That's something.
Maybe you had more to
I
start
refuse
with
to acknowledge that doesn't happen.
the power of the boot. But D-Muse being third, what do you guys think about that?
That one's interesting.
I'm not gonna trash him because he just put in chat my first mention, yay. So I'm not gonna be too hard on the guy. But I don't know. He got Mac Jones and he developed him. He kind of built a solid defense and he drafted a good receiver. So yeah, I mean, I think I agree with it.
I'm trying to think who
I think he did
who else
well.
I would put there, and I can't.
I think Q is getting kind of screwed on this one.
You think so?
I think that taking the Ravens post blip kind of knocked him on that, but I think if you remember what he did with the Lions, it's wild.
Yeah, I think that he traded for Herbert and he drafted a receiver, but he didn't build the team. He just kind of wiped the floor with a mediocre NFC. And he beat Dump.
He added a lot in that second season though, because I remember he added, I believe it was Fuller. He added Stoudemire. He drafted a couple guys in the defense. Obviously, the trade for Herbert was big. So he did quite a bit, and he only had the one off season.
If he had a full cycle with the Lions, he probably would be in this list. Probably.
Yeah. If we didn't get blipped, I think Q might even run away with this award.
Yeah.
What do you guys say about MYT?
I think he's really good at getting postseason devs.
I mean, he got postseason devs. He drafted a freight train guy.
Okay, hold on. When we talk about drafting the freight train guy, I don't know if you remember that draft. He took 6 running backs until he got one that had it.
All right, let's move on then.
Next one from best to worst. Worst team builder in the SML. He booted himself, and that would be Fig.
Oh, that's not even a conversation. This is just easy as it gets.
I would throw Spooky in there as a honorable mention. He had 34 receivers and no defense whatsoever. Also traded his quarterback away, so you had nobody to throw to him, and you went out and got all these receivers.
Also very similar to our good friend down in Dallas with that team building. All running backs and receivers and corners, nothing else.
What about Dan?
Fig just...
Do you put Dan as an honorable mention after this cycle?
Yeah.
After this cycle, yes.
I mean,
I put him on there.
That was disastrous.
I think everybody could pretty much agree that having a good quarterback was essential this cycle, and he traded away 2 superstars.
I just want to make sure no one ever forgets that when the game came out, Dan was adamant that quarterback didn't matter. I kept saying, Dan, quarterback's going to matter quite a bit. You're going to want a quarterback, and that was proven.
Dan's a smart guy, but he overthinks things sometimes.
Yep.
All right. So next category.
Next category, we got best in chat, best chat etiquette. And Coop, we're gonna redeem yourself here from shitting on you before. Sorry, I didn't use the language. But anyways, Coop came in with so yeah, I know. Trying to keep this PG. Anyways,
our family friendly rating.
God damn it! No, there we go again.
Yeah, great. That's how you fix it.
Way to make up for it.
That's all right. Anyways, Coop finished with about a third of the league's votes. DW, myself, came in second, and then Matt came in third.
I respect Matt.
DW shits on everybody on the shows and then comes in second. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think
it was chat etiquette, not show etiquette.
It didn't say anything about video etiquette.
I think all 3 guys are good. I mean, they come in chat. If somebody trashes them or whatever, I mean, they don't take the bait. They don't fight back. They're never calling people. They're never putting political stuff. They're never really towing the line, and I respect it.
I think ZZ might disagree. And, Coop says the same.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Well, if we've got the best there, DW, what's the next category?
You know what's coming next. The worst. Worst. These are the top 3 in that order. Coming in first place, Dump with 50% of the league votes. That's half the league votes. Second, Tiny. Third, Pauly.
Tannehill finally caught up to Tiny.
Yeah, old Tannehill. But Dump, I want to say again, this is kind of like the Monty thing with defense. Halfway through this blip, Dump, I think he kind of turned the corner, and I don't think he has bad chat etiquette anymore, except his occasional flare up with Monty. That wasn't. I think we.
Yeah, that was pretty recent. That was like a week ago.
That was recent, but overall, he's much improved. Even Tiny. I mean, it's not football season, and he's been much more subdued as well.
Yeah,
he was also gone for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Just we'll see how football season goes.
All right, DW.
Alrighty, best addition since the start of the cycle. Number 1, Beans. Number 2, Doink. 3, Gouda.
Gouda. No disagreement with Beans at all. I
think that's
thoroughly enjoyed Beans. Hung out with him a couple times. Got some crab fries. Lost me on a perfect season in ball hockey.
Yeah, I think that all 3 guys, obviously Beans and Doink, they all they work together on a lot of stuff. Doink is fun. He's been a great addition because he's easy to pick on shows with his on clutchness. Gouda is the little bro of QP, and he's good in chat, and Bean obviously does a lot, and he helps me win some playoff games. So I'm happy with all three of them.
All right. So we had the best. What's next, DW?
And that would be the worst ad to this cycle. And neither one of these guys are still here for obvious reasons. But receiving 71% of the league votes would be Doc. And then second, Spades.
A legend.
See, I think this one they got wrong. I think they should have been flip-flopped. I think Doc just got into it with Spades, or not Spades, with Tiny. And he didn't
Who also
last
had
long.
the worst chat etiquette. So, it might not have all been
it
Doc's
may not have
fault.
been him.
Yeah.
Spades, on the other hand, my
Spades was
God.
bad. Yeah, that was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. Screen sniping, too.
Yeah, I think he had stock in YouTube, and he was screen sniping. Thought it was fine. He
Stock
just
in
wanted to hear
YouTube.
what people were saying about him. Wasn't worried about seeing the plays or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably flip-flop those two, but they're the only two
Yeah, I
that
think Spades was
came
worse.
and went. So
Yeah.
that makes
I
sense.
think that Doc joined at a kind of a bad time for us. We were replacing a lot of people, and it was early in the cycle, and it was tough for him. You never know if things were differently. Maybe he was set up to fail. Sometimes that
Who
happens.
did he replace?
He replaced KJ.
Lawyer. Wasn't it Lloyd?
Yeah, no,
it was.
It was KJ.
I think it was KJ's first.
Yeah, it was KJ's
KJ
first.
left.
Yep.
Yeah.
When KJ left while he was at the Jags game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think another thing that hurt Doc too was he gave me a lot of Dookie vibes right off the
Yes.
beginning, and
He had a very hard time letting go of a point.
yeah.
Mhm.
If I hadn't
Which
seen
that
him on video,
doesn't
I
work.
would have thought maybe it was Dookie.
Yeah. But
So that probably
No,
hurt
like-
him as well.
I've seen Doc a little bit in other streams, and he seems like a good guy. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you hope, and I wish him the best. I really do.
All right. So next category.
Next category would be Best Content Producer of the Cycle. And to me, this is no surprise. Bomber comes in first. He got 19 votes, which is about 38%. DW in second with 14 votes. And Prime in third with 7 votes.
I take the Dan approach and just throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, see what sticks, and
No, that's-
work out.
Well deserved for both of you
Yeah.
guys.
For sure.
DW on the freaking grind with the polls and the player of the week. I mean, good, just really fun stuff, and the awards, and Bomber obviously with all the shows and commentating and stuff that he does. Two different styles, but they complement each other very well, and really just great piece for the league. Both of you guys are.
And both incredibly consistent, which is very impressive.
That's it. What DW does every single advance is more
Yep.
impressive to me because you can't miss a day around here. We got 24 advances or 24-hour advances sometimes.
It's hard to keep up sometimes, I'm not going to lie. But power through it.
All right.
Mhm.
So the next topic is worst content, right?
No, we
No,
don't
we
have
didn't
worse
do that.
content. Pretty sure.
SML around the globe. I mean, wait, what?
All right, everybody go and you name
Way
one.
too much energy in that.
I'm joking. Alrighty. No, we're going to move on to Best SML Show / Podcast.
All right.
Voted in first place by the league. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Best show, first place, SML Trivia.
Yes.
Second place, First and Goal. Third place, SML Total Access.
Wow. I'm surprised Total Access is on there, actually. But I think the trivia and First and Goal, 100%. I love trivia. I love First and Goal.
Yep.
I love being a contestant on trivia.
It's so
I
fun.
have so much. That's the most, honest to God, even more than playing the games, that's the most fun I have in the SML is being on trivia. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, I think
Love
that
it.
was fun,
It's-
and we've seen some guys even talk about in the chat later that they went back and watched it and kind of played along, and I think
Yeah.
that probably makes that one
Yep.
a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, trivia is awesome. That was a great idea, executed very well. It's even doubly funny when Bomber's screaming at DW to stop reading the question, and DW is still going on. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, it's funny.
God damn it, DW.
Yeah.
And
Great
big
moment.
news, too. We are bringing it back.
Hey.
We actually, I'm going to try and squeeze one in. I know Bomber and I have been talking about it. We're going to try and squeeze one in before the next cycle starts.
Yeah, already got some topics to kind of. I guess this is a spoiler maybe or a little teaser, but we've got some topics that are pretty good, and it's going to wrap up the whole cycle. I think we're going to try and bring back 3
Yes.
winners.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
let's see if we can get
Fired
them on
up.
for like a
That's gonna be
tournament of
awesome.
champions.
Get lit.
All right, next category.
Alrighty, best overall, best trade of the cycle. And this is when QP acquired Justin Herbert from Dan.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's probably not even another close one.
Yeah.
I don't even have a second one on here. So
Yeah.
That was a good trade
Yep. For one team.
For
one
QP.
team.
for
Yes.
QP,
Clarify
not for
that
Dan.
one.
because
No,
Dan
not for
sucks.
Dan. That's. Oh my gosh.
Anything you feel might be second place in that?
I would like to throw myself in. I
big
haven't done
shock
this.
there.
I haven't patted myself on the back. My trade was Paris Campbell and a first round pick to get the 3rd overall pick from Figs. I mean, I hate to pat myself on the back, but that was great.
You're not allowed to pat yourself on the back
That
for
was
any
great.
Figs trades.
Yeah,
That was a
it's
great
just-
negotiation.
They're immediately
I mean,
disqualified.
It's like
See, I
stealing
would
candy from a
argue
baby.
Jordan
That's
Love.
not-
I would argue Jordan Love. I
Thank
look at-
you.
look
My
at-
gosh.
Oh my gosh! All right, next topic.
Criminally
Keep-
slept on
keep
that
it going.
move.
Keep going. Keep it going.
Criminally.
Matt says the trade for Paris Campbell better be the worst. And
Yeah. Well.
DW,
No,
we
there's
did the best.
definitely a worse
What's
one.
the worst?
The worst trade in the cycle is any trade involving QB Daniel Sears.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was bad.
there was a couple really awful ones.
Doozies.
Uh-huh.
And not really a what did we say for worst team builders? It was Figs, and I think I said I'd throw Spooky in there. Who are the 2 people that
Yep.
traded for Daniel Sears?
Figs is spooky.
Spooky.
Figs and Spooky.
I can get that one on SML trivia. That's for sure.
There you go. Maybe a topic.
Yeah.
All right, next topic.
Alrighty, most impressive Super Bowl win.
Oh God.
And sorry, Prime, but it's definitely QP and his Lions over you. He received 96% of the league's votes.
Yeah. That was
That
a
was-
slam dunk.
That was a good win. QP, that was like his coming out party, I think, that
Yeah.
game. And
Yep.
because I had just beat Bomber and Faz and Spades, who was actually kind of good. And I was feeling pretty good coming to the game. I hadn't quite mastered the Chiefs yet, and then Dan ruined that for me. But yeah, QP, that was a great win by QP. And he just did it the right way with the Lions team. I mean, you got to tip your cap to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there was a second one. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yep. No doubt.
All right, DW.
All right, I should have done this one before that one, but biggest playoff
We
upset.
can just get rid of this one.
And this one voted on by 2/3 of the league. They all picked Meats over Bomber wild
Who
card
the
round.
hell's the 1/3 that didn't pick that?
Yeah.
Somebody's just clicking to get entered in the giveaway.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to pick Meats as winning something or something.
Oh, that's
maybe.
possible. Yeah.
If even I was picking that one, nobody else had an excuse not
Yeah,
to.
that was an upset.
That was wild. I live commentated that one, and I was
Yeah.
floored.
I was floored
I'm
watching.
okay
it.
with that one winning because that means that everybody expected that it shouldn't even have been close. So I'll
Yeah,
take that as a win
Yep.
for me.
I didn't
Yep,
think it was
pretty
gonna
much.
be close. Yeah.
No, I thought it was
All
gonna be
right,
a
what's the
blowout.
next one, DW? I can't even think of another one.
Next one. Best SML moment of the whole entire cycle. And that was when Paulie was caught playing dump, but it wasn't
Oh,
dump.
yes.
It was
To you. That was funny.
Absolutely. Now, obviously
That's
for him,
funny.
it wasn't the best moment, but my God.
Yeah.
How
Him,
far
he
into
was,
that game was he? Like a whole quarter and a half?
it was like a quarter and a half in.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It just he took it well. He was a good sport about it, you know.
Yeah.
Like afterward, it was a funny moment, harmless moment, and it's something we can all make fun of him for.
There has to be an honorable mention that I will personally never forget,
What's
and
that?
it's very early cycle. And Noel, he thinks it's 4th down. He's bringing the field goal unit onto the field. He's good. The kick is good.
and Tiny's in the background laughing, like just with pure
Yeah.
joy. This is great.
Amazing.
Oh,
I also wish that more people were awake for the Monty Tiny finish, because that was truly epic, but it didn't have enough people around for it to give it like quite the love it needed.
Mhm. Yeah, and just so you guys know, they're curious of the QP or the Pauly story. So Pauly was set to play Dump. He went live and he's playing, and Dump's like, "Hey, Pauly, where you at, bro? You're not responding like we should be playing right now." And Pauly was in his test league with the Giants playing the Eagles, and he had played the computer for a quarter and a half until he found out that wasn't actually Dump. So that's kind of the story.
Yeah,
Streamed it all
has to
live
be the
too.
best moment.
Incredible. That's just amazing.
All right, DW, worst moment. I think this should have been unanimous as well, but
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't, which is pretty impressive. But worst moment of the cycle, the number one worst was the blip, but
The
only
blip!
only 2 votes behind that would be the Tyreek Hill.
Oh, that was
Debacle.
bad.
that was bad too. You got to see the bad side of some people, but
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
the blip
that-
should have been even close. Maybe for somebody it was better that way. I don't know who everybody's teams were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helped like a couple people, but I don't know. As a whole, that was just a nightmare. Trying to figure it out, the 2 or 3 days in the party chats, it was just
My worst
gosh.
part about it was like it was the only time I've ever missed a draft, and I'm at some stupid Christmas party, and my phone is just blowing up, and I was like, oh god, like people are calling me and Discord, like I get 15 DMs like, Prime, the league is broken, you need to get back ASAP. I'm like, I can't do anything, but the good thing about it is we persevered, and it seems small now because we made it through. So, and that's because of people like the guys on the show and all 31 people in chat right now.
Yeah.
Also, weren't we like doing the team draft like 48 hours after already and everything?
yeah, we
too?
moved quick.
Yeah.
It was
We moved
impressive.
quick. We moved quick.
We spent what a
I
couple
will say
hours
that-
trying to see if we could rebuild the whole thing, and
Yeah, I remember that.
And we realized that was going to be like a month-long project.
Yeah,
like there was
me-
no shot.
This is behind the scenes. Faz, Dan, myself, Bomber. Is that it? Or
was
it
Mike in
NYT?
there too? I think.
NYT.
and maybe Mike.
And
we
Paulie popped
made-
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he popped in the chat. So we had actually made a test league, and we
We just
started.
got rated by Swain Games, rating with a party of 38.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
wow.
Cycle awards.
That's
What's
awesome.
going on,
That's
Swain?
awesome. Swing games. That's awesome. Anyway, so we all made this league, and then we realized how big of a project it would be. So that's
be
when we
bad.
decided to do the draft.
Man, what a night that was.
That was a fun night.
So for everybody
DW
just
was
joining
one
the
of my
stream,
favorites
These are
that
our simmaddenleague.com. We have a
69
Sim
viewers.
CFM goes cycle to
Jeez.
cycle, 8 seasons. And this is our award show for the end of the cycle.
Wow. Thanks
All
for
right,
watching, guys.
DW,
Welcome,
what's
welcome.
the next award?
All right, we're going to start moving into some of the bigger ones here. And
Good time for the raid.
best,
Yeah.
best overall AFC owner that now, I mean, you got to debate this because we switched, pre-blip and all that. But best overall AFC owner of the cycle was QP, receiving 88% of the votes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's easy.
Yeah, I think Prime could have wiggled in here if he could have done it in that last season.
Mhm.
But with him losing, I think Q for sure. He just had a
Easy.
dominant run there. Dominant
Easy.
run.
Q's a great player, and he
Yep.
does it the right way. With a team that could be considered cheesy, he does it the right way.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think he made
Yeah,
what,
Q's
4
the
Super
man.
Bowls
Yep.
with the
Oh.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Impressive.
4 total, 3 with the Ravens. Because
Yeah, you're right. 3 with the
Lions.
Ravens. I had 2
Impressive.
with the Browns.
Yep.
Prime had 1 with the Colts. And
Yep.
then that was all post-blip. Okay. So next topic.
All right, we're going to stay on good ones here. We're going to stay with the top performing NFC owner of the entire cycle. And this one's not even close.
Man.
96% of the votes. That would be your boy Faz.
Heyo.
Yeah, easy again. Especially you turn it up the last part of this cycle, and you just dominated. Just wasn't even close.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even think of a second. A lot of people were saying it was Dan and Faz. It was never Dan.
Yeah.
He had that
He
first
had his
season.
first season.
He had
Yeah,
the
he
first
his
season. And then that was it. Like, I don't know. He had Escape Artist, threw Escape Artist away when he couldn't get by you, and then it just went downhill. Then he wasn't
Yeah,
getting
he
by
never should've
Doink.
done
it was
that.
Yeah,
by
that-
Blink.
That was the final nail in the coffin when he made the Russell Wilson trade. I remember I looked at my phone and saw it, and I just started to laugh.
Yeah, he never should have done that.
All right, DW, what's the next one?
All right, we had the best and the worst. Now we got the worst. Worst
this is my
AFC
favorite.
owner of the cycle. That's your boy Fig.
Oh, great
Gotta be
guy.
Fig, right?
I like
Terrible
Fig.
owner.
Great guy.
The only thing I will say is he didn't have a great team. He had the Patriots. I
No.
mean, he somehow made a bad team worse, but
hmm
there were probably
Bro, he
guys
turned
that
them into like
underachieved
an
with better.
independent league baseball team. Like they were, like there was.
Who did he have pre-blip? Does anybody remember?
He had the. Wait. Who
Oh,
did
he had
Was he the Seahawks or something? Or
No, that was
No,
Noel.
the 49ers.
Noel was the Seahawks.
He had the 49ers.
gosh,
Every
that's a
other day
nightmare.
it was, am I trading Trey Lance? Trey Lance.
Yes,
is
that's what
moving
it
in.
was. Yes. We were all terrified of when Trey Lance was going to get dealt.
Yeah.
And for what 95 plus speed receiver.
Yeah.
Yes, because I got Raheem Mostert from him.
Yep.
All right, so worst AFC. What's the next topic?
Worst NFC owner now. And this guy ran away with this one as well, but it's Minnesota Vikings and your boy TTS.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
I like
that was
two-step.
probably two-step.
He's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude.
You just don't
Tough
see him
cycle.
from him. He doesn't really
Tough
do it.
cycle.
He doesn't destroy his team or anything. He just doesn't
Right.
really do anything with his team, and that makes it tough.
Yeah.
Not to kick him when he's out. He's a great scheduler. I'll give you that much.
There you go.
Yeah, no, definitely a good scheduler.
Likeable guy. Old. Very old.
All right, so I think we're down to two categories left.
Yes, 2 categories. Actually, I got 3 left. We squeezed another one in here. This one was voted as the best underdog of the SML. This guy wasn't voted for anything on the top, wasn't voted for anything on the bottom, but that middle ground, middle tier guy, the best of the best of the middle guys, was Beans with 33% of the vote.
Okay, yeah.
I
I would have liked to see what Beans could have done if he just one time didn't match up with Prime in the playoffs.
Me too.
That would have been great to see because
Yeah,
he just routinely got dogged.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have. I don't know who I would have went with there. Maybe Doink, but he had his shot and he kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bean missed a couple playoffs. He had a really bad season. Doink seemed to be pretty consistent. I don't know.
I think Bean had a worse Titans team.
Definitely had a worse Titans
sure.
team than the
For
Bucks.
sure.
than the Bucks.
Well, then the Bucks, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a worse team.
I don't know. I mean, they're both right there.
You could have put Clink in that.
I could
Yeah.
put Clink in that too.
I was gonna say there's a lot of options of people you could put in this.
Yeah, there is.
Because
We
I
have a
think
lot of
I
guys
think
like
you could
that.
easily put Matt in this, and I
Matt,
thought
I
Matt was.
respect Matt.
Yep, you respect Matt. Very formidable player. So yeah, there's a lot of options.
Matt actually made the top list, though, so he didn't qualify for the underdog. Otherwise, he probably would have been voted in there.
We should have used the Marvel list as the tier
There
rankings.
you go. All right, so next one, DW.
Next one, we're going to go out of order here. We're going to do the worst overall performing SML
no.
of the cycle.
Oh no!
We're gonna save the best for last. So yeah, we're gonna go with the worst here. And once again, your boy Fig bringing in 93% of the league votes on this one. For those who wanted to vote, I think we only had like 15 people because nobody wanted to vote for that.
Yeah, that's a tough one to
It's a tough one.
put your name on.
All right.
But yeah, no,
Fig.
it's totally Figs.
And then the last one. No surprise. I
Last
don't think.
one is obviously the top bestest. Whatever. I'm just joking. Best
Wow, what an
overall
introduction.
performing SML owner of the cycle. Can we get drum
well,
roll?
that's it, guys. We don't have enough time. We're out of time.
He cuts it.
And that would be Faz. Faz
Hey.
14 votes. And the only other guy to get votes on that one was QP. So those two.
Wow.
Downers Club, baby.
Yes.
That one's
Yes.
pretty easy, I
Well,
think.
yeah, really easy, especially with how Faz won like the last 3 Super Bowls or whatever it was. Yeah, too easy.
It helped build the case.
That helped, that helped build a case, I think.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yep. So that's gonna do it. Prime, if you want to sign us off, or if you got anything to say, that's the end of the
Yes. Yes. I am happy.
Wow, what a surprise.
We made it through a cycle of Madden again. We're moving to 8 cycles next season. DW, great job. Faz, great job. Bomber always does a great job. And guys, these awards are fun. They were all done by the polls voted on by Death Wish there. I'm happy. We had a successful cycle, blip and all. It was a great cycle. We're moving on to Madden 23. We got Hall of Fame coming up. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. And I'm just excited for the ride we're about to go on. So until next time, get lit, get fired up, and be ready for Madden 23 because we're going to go big next cycle.
All right.